It is said that if we do not learn about the past, we are doomed to repeat it. Society can learn a whole lot from reading the superbly complex story of Victor Frankenstein and his monstrous creation, as the author, Mary Shelley, based the novel on historical events of her time, the 19th century. The tale of Dr. Frankenstein and his horrible creation might not appear to have great relation to events such as the Industrial Revolution, discoveries in science, the French Revolution, and the Romantic movement. However, as we go in for a closer look, the resemblance is undeniable. The start of the Industrial Revolution was a time of prosperity and new beginnings for England. Hopes started high and people moved into cities in the search of a new life. Sadly, upon arrival, it was clear the only jobs available were low-income, dangerous factory jobs, and the negative effect of the Industrial Revolution started to show. The connection between the novel Frankenstein and the Industrial Revolution can be seen in Mary Shelley's character, Victor Frankenstein. He started with a happy countenance, much like the people at the start of the French Revolution. However, as a cause of his extreme curiosity to answer the questions in life, it was the secrets of heaven and earth that I desired to learn. It caused him to create a monster that was out of control. The repercussions of his actions affect not only himself, but several other characters in the novel. From this, we can draw the connection between the uncontrollable monster and the uncontrollable nature of the Industrial Revolution, as well as the misled suffering of both the lower citizens of England and the characters in Frankenstein, showing the influences this revolution had on the novel. In the 19th century, many discoveries were made in fields of science, such as chemistry and medicine. The advances, along with the common belief that there is a natural order for everything that is not to be tampered with, this is the premise in which Shelley got some of her historical influence from. In her critique about Frankenstein, Margaret Brantley states, Frankenstein seems to caution us that there are some things man is not meant to know, and that the pursuit of certain kinds of knowledge could be disastrous. Victor's life is turned upside down as a result of his ambition to learn more about the secrets to creating life. In history, as more and more scientific discoveries were being made, the idea of creating life did not seem so far-fetched. It is evident Mary built off the historical context of her time to create the great tale of a talented scientist and his discovery gone wrong. As a result of the advances in science, Shelley was inspired to create a monster to emulate other events of her time. The monster's revelations and behaviors are used to reflect the actions of the oppressed French citizens during the time of the French Revolution. It was a time of enlightenment for the lower-class French, as they realized that the government was taking all of the wealth for themselves. In the hopes of equality, the proletariats of France started a violent rebellion. Similarly to how the French were enlightened about their hardships, so was the monster. He comes to this revelation as he says, Was I, then, a monster, a blot upon the earth, from which all men fled and whom all men disowned? Like the French citizens, the monster seeks out vengeance and rebels against his own creator. The monster announces, I can make you so wretched that the light of day will be hateful to you. Through the monster's character, Shelley embodies the entirety of the lower-class French during the time of the Revolution, showing her influence from historical events of her time. In addition to historical events, the movements of the 19th century also shaped the writing in Frankenstein. The Romantic movement was full of ideas about nature, beauty, religion, and emotion. More specifically, themes of the sublime were evident in many Romantic works, as it entailed several topics involved in Romanticism. The source of the sublime is described in Edmund Burke's book, On the Sublime and Beautiful. It is said to be the strongest emotion in which the mind is capable of feeling. These strong emotions are present in Shelley's characters throughout Frankenstein. Victor experiences sublime when he realizes the correct formula for his creation. In this, he declares, No one can conceive the variety of feelings which bore me onwards, like a hurricane. He harvests the sublime through science, a topic in which gives him great pleasure. The idea of the sublime reoccurs on multiple occasions in the novel. From this, we can see the influence the Romantic movement had on Shelley's writing. Mary Shelley's characters' actions and development, along with themes, were clearly impacted by key points in the history of her time. Aspects of events such as the Industrial Revolution, discoveries in science, the French Revolution, and the Romantic movement are clearly reflected in Shelley's writing. Not only was the influence of these past events present in her novel, they are still present on a global scale to this day.